Hi, it's Jem from Under the Olive Tree Knits. I wanted to jump on today to show you the amazing prizes that are up for grabs as part of the Trail and Blaze Knit-along, which is a free pattern download and a knit-along that's happening all summer up until the 31st of August. So if you haven't seen it, it's a free shawl pattern, so it's a one skein shawl pattern called Trail and Blaze. And it uses just yarn over, knit two together, lace to create this lovely zigzag pattern along the bottom of the shawl. So it's a free pattern download and you can find it on my website, which is www.undertheolivetreeknits.com. So if you head to the shop and then scroll down to free patterns, you'll find the Trail and Blaze shawl at the top of that page with a link to download it. Or if you prefer, you can download it on Ravelry and have it directly sent to your Ravelry library. So if you just go to Ravelry and search for Trail and Blaze shawl, it will come up and then you can just save it into your Ravelry library from there. So yeah, once you've downloaded the shawl, you can choose your yarn. So as I said, the shawl is a one skein shawl, so it just takes one skein of 4-ply or sock yarn at 100 grams or 425 meters. So this is the yarn that I used for the shawl. So this is my new summer colourway for 22. It's called Summer Days, and it's got lots of lovely colours going on. So it's got pinks and purples, greens and yellows, really nice bright summery colours. So that's the colourway that I used to knit the shawl, and you can see kind of how they all work together. So the colourway is available on my website, so if you like the look of that you can head on over and take a look. It's called Summer Days, but you can use any skein of 4-ply sock yarn as long as the meterage is about 425 meters. Anything under that and you might not get to finish the very final section of the lace. So yeah, choose your yarn, and to enter the giveaway, all you need to do, there's 3 ways that you can enter. You can email me a picture of your finished shawl. So my email address is jem@undertheolivetreeknits.com. So you can email me a photo there. You can post a picture of your shawl on Instagram and tag me at olivetreejem and use the hashtag #trailandblaze_KAL. Or you can enter through my Facebook group. So if you go onto Facebook and search for Under the Olive Tree Knitters, you can request to join the group, and then once you're in and you finished your shawl, you can post a photo in there and that will also count as an entry. So there are 3 different ways that you can take part in the knit-along, and each way counts as 1 entry as well. So if you did all 3 ways, then you would get 3 entries into the giveaway. So that is a little bit about the shawl. So as I said, the knit-along is happening until the 31st of August and the pattern will be free until then. And then on the 1st of September I will be doing a prize draw where you could win one of the lovely prizes that I'm about to show you. So the prizes that I'm about to show you have been very kindly donated by my crafty friends, so a big thank you to them. So now I'm going to show you what you could win and tell you a little bit about the person behind them. So first up we have a little prize bundle from Knitting Needle Lane. So many of you may know that Camilla from Knitting Needle Lane is also my yarn partner in crime. We do lots of yarny things together, including running the Cambridge Yarn Festival. But Camilla has very kindly donated this gorgeous skein of bright red sock yarn. So this is 100% British sock yarn in this beautiful hand-dyed red colour. So that would make a really lovely bright shawl or a pair of socks. Yeah, really, really lovely. So thank you, Camilla. And she has also sent in this lovely tin of stitch markers by the artist Emma Ball. So Emma Ball is an artist who does lots of Really lovely illustrations, and she's also a knitter, so she's incorporated her love of knitting with her art and come up with some really lovely, joyful designs. So I think these ones are called Kittens in Mittens. But inside this little tin here, you'll find 6 stitch markers, each with a different design on. Little cats, well, they are actually kittens with mittens. Here you go. So you've got a set of 6 stitch markers there with a lobster claw clasp. So they are also in the prize draw. And as well as offering hand-dyed yarns, Camilla's shop also sells crystals too. So she's very kindly sent in this block of rose quartz, which I think is the love. It promotes love and well-being and harmony. So it's a really nice piece that you can have kind of on your craft table. So yes, thank you very much, Camilla. So a little bit about Knitting Needle Lane. So Knitting Needle Lane is an online yarn shop where you can find lots of hand-dyed yarns. So Camilla does a lot of yarn dyeing herself, but she also stocks some other yarn dyers as well, indie yarn dyers. And I do have a range with Knitting Needle Lane too, which is an exclusive range of colourways that you can't find anywhere else, including my own website. So do be sure to take a look. The website is www.knittingneedlelane.co.uk. Camilla is based in Cambridge, so although the shop is on the internet, she does also offer slots where you can pop round and have an actual browse of all the yarns. So if you're local to Cambridge, or if you're coming up Cambridge way, you can book a slot with Camilla to go and take a look around her yarn shop. And she also offers a click and collect. So again, if you're local to Cambridge, you can choose to order your yarn and then you can pop round and collect it as well. So yeah, do take a look at Knitting Needle Lane. It's Knitting Needle Lane on Instagram and www.knittingneedlelane.co.uk on the internet. And next up we have this gorgeous purple skein of fingering weight 4-ply yarn from Snoop Tigger Crafts. So Snoop Tigger Crafts is run by Catherine, who is a yarn dyer and also a tech editor. And she lives in Devon, and she produces yarn colourways, really nice bright yarn colourways based on her favourite films. So this one here is called Gillikin Country, which is part of her Wizard of Oz collection. So she says Gillikin Country may be one that you're not familiar with at first because it doesn't appear in the first book, but it does appear in the second book, and apparently it's where you'll find the Good Witch of the North. So if you like Wizard of Oz and you like purple, you will love this gorgeous colourway from Catherine at Snoop Tigger Crafts. So you can find Catherine www.snooptiggercrafts.co.uk and also on Instagram at Snoop Tigger Crafts. So do go and take a look. Next up we have this gorgeous glittery set of flower stitch markers. So you've got 8 stitch markers there in different glittery colours, and these were made by my friend Vero at Tangerine Jukebox. So Vero started Tangerine Jukebox as a way to bring together her artistic and geeky side, and she has a laser cutter and she works with small businesses and creative people to create products. So not just stitch markers, she also does jewellery, so earrings, stationery items, all sorts of things. So do be sure to go and take a look. It's www.tangerinejukebox.com, and you can find her on Instagram at Tangerine Jukebox. But yeah, it's the kind of things that you look at and you can't help but smile, because the things that she produces are just really, really lovely. I mean, how could you not be happy with hanging those from your knitting or your crochet? They are just delightful, aren't they? So thank you to Vero for the gorgeous glittery rainbow stitch markers. My friend Erin from Erinine Designs has very kindly donated a pattern code for the Knit-along giveaway. So Erin is a knitting and a graphic designer, and she has a lovely portfolio of patterns. So she designs patterns that are simple enough for a beginner, but they're also really engaging, really classic, kind of timeless patterns. So she has kindly donated a pattern code, so you can choose one of her patterns to make. And what's also nice as well is that Erin's patterns are all inspired by her Irish heritage, so they all have links or stories behind them that link back to where her family used to live in Ireland. So as well as being a knitting designer, Erin is also a graphic designer, and she works with small businesses, particularly knitting designers or people starting up a yarn craft business, and she works with them to create branding packages as well. So if that's something that you're interested in, please do go and take a look. You can find Erin on Instagram at Erinine Designs, and also on Ravelry is Erinine Designs as well, and her website is www.erininedesigns.com. Another prize in the giveaway is this gorgeous yarn bowl, which has been handmade by my husband David, aka Dave and his lathe on Instagram. So David we have a little shed at the bottom of the garden which we call the lathe cave, and he'll disappear in there for hours and then come out with all sorts of lovely wooden things, including bowls or pens, ornaments. He's made all sorts of things. So he has very kindly said that I can have this beautiful yarn bowl as a prize in the giveaway, and isn't it beautiful? So I think it's made of ash, but you can see the patterning on there. So you've got this kind of patterning that happens inside as well. But yeah, really lovely, lovely item. Of course, if you don't want to use it as a yarn bowl, you can use it as a nibble bowl as well. It's just a really nice size for quite a lot of uses. So thank you to David. So David does have an Etsy shop. You can find him on Etsy at Arrowsmith Turning. And as I mentioned, he's also on Instagram at Dave and his lathe. And finally, you could win a £25 gift voucher to spend on anything at the Under the Olive Tree Knits online shop. So you could use that for yarns, for patterns, kits, accessories, etc, etc. So I'm sure you'll agree they are some fantastic prizes up for grabs, and again I want to say a massive thank you to Camilla, to Catherine, to Vero, to Erin and David. Thank you so much for putting the prizes in. As I mentioned before, there are 3 ways that you can enter the knit-along. Just post a picture of your finished shawl, either email me a picture, post a picture on Instagram, or post a picture in the Under the Olive Tree Knitters Facebook group. And you have until 31st of August to download the free pattern and send me a photo. And I will be doing a draw on the 1st of September where you could win any one of the lovely prizes that I've just shown you. So yeah, I hope you enjoy knitting the shawl, and I will see you again very soon. Take care. Bye bye.